So thank you for being willing to be interviewed by me. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the project that I'm working on. I am working on a project called Me Too Sis. Since next month is Women's History Month, I thought it'd be a perfect time to start it. Basically, it's just interviewing different women. Doesn't matter where they're from or what they do, what their ethnicity is or anything like that, just women in general, just kind of allowing them to tell their stories, in hopes to reach other women who have gone through similar situations. Because a lot of times people think that just because we're black or just because someone is Hispanic or just because they're white, like they only go through certain things being a certain race. But in reality, as women, we go through a lot of the same things. And even though it doesn't always look the same, or it might not be like the exact situation, they're fairly similar. So my goal is to reach women all over the world and hopefully create like a community of women where we cry together, laugh together, give advice, that kind of stuff. So my goal with this project is just to do that, to showcase women.
That's awesome. Awesome. Impressive. We need more of that.
Yeah, for sure. Because honestly, I think what really made me want to do it is just listening to Taboo talk about all the things that women here in Texas aren't able to do, with like getting fair pay and being treated a certain way because we're women, or that kind of stuff. So I was just like, as we've been doing Meet the Sublets, we kind of we utilize our platform, and we've been doing it for like small business owners and allowing them to come on and promote their businesses and things like that. But there was a lady we had a couple of weeks ago who actually came on, and she was telling us a story about how she felt discriminated against from a job that she was at, and she ended up getting terminated because someone was bullying her and they fired her out of retaliation. So she thanked us because we allowed her to come on and tell her story and stuff. So I was just like, we got to do more of that. Like, there are probably women all over the place who feel like they're not heard or they're invisible because they got something to say and ain't nobody listening. So I'm here to listen. So my first question for you is, how do you pronounce your name? Because I call you Casey.
Man, I didn't even mean for that to be up there. But my name is pronounced Kianga. So,
okay.
How to say it is.
I'm not gonna try to say it because I'm gonna butcher it, but it is pretty.
Thank you. But Casey.
Okay, so fine. I'm gonna keep calling you Casey if that's okay.
Absolutely fine. That's okay.
So who is Casey? Who are you? Who do you present yourself to the world to be?
Casey is a businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a sister. Hell, I'm a mother to some that aren't even my kids. I am from Detroit, Michigan, and I was born and raised there by way of Atlanta because I left Michigan back in like 2006, and then I did here in Texas in 2016. I love the whole motorcycle culture, and I feel like I'm a chameleon. I have done and I can do so many things. Some people know me as a hairstylist, right? In Atlanta, I have my own shop. I used to do hair competitions.
Oh, wow.
I have trophies probably as tall as me. I got a lot of clients that hate that I left Atlanta. That was my love, was being a hairstylist. I was very, very, I'm not going to say was, I think that'll always be my love. But here recently, of course, I fell in love with something else, and that's this motorcycle culture. So as I was getting ready to say, some people know me as a stylist, and that's the person they know. They don't even know this person that's here in Texas, that's riding bikes, And then you got the person that people knew before I left Detroit, which I was still a stylist then. So I left a lot of clients when I left there, but that's my foundation. You know, I got my high school friends that I grew up with, and they know me as KK.
Okay.
So, or Sunshine. Kianga is an African name and it
Ooh.
means sunshine. And some people know me as Sunshine. Some people know me as KK. My family calls me Key. So it really all depends on where
What
you
walk of life they done met you in?
in terms of who I am, right?
Hmm.
Because you know I've done and I have been a few places.
So, what got you into motorcycling?
I have always had a need for speed. I always wanted to ride. Um, I can remember, and I posted this on my one of the pictures on my 20th anniversary. It was an old picture of my husband and I
I think I
uh,
saw that picture.
on scooters in, uh, in Vegas. But and we used to talk about these bikes. They were called Bergman. They were scooters too. They were automatic. So we always wanted one, but we had kids. We never, you know, did it. And then when we got here to Texas, it was just like that's all I saw was like bikes, big trucks, cowboy boots. I'm like, they ride out here, you know. The weather is perfect, you know what I'm saying? So when we got here, I was telling my husband, you know, I want a bike. I want a bike now, you know. And he was like, nah, we ain't gonna let me get one first. Let me learn and then I'll show you, you know, then I'll teach you. Girl,
Okay.
2 years have passed by and I'm like, okay, you ain't taught me nothing. I'm going to give me a bike, whether you know, you want me to or not. And he was like, okay, you cool. Cause I had rolled on the back full of Harley gear, like I was a rider, but I was a backpack, you know. And finally, I got my bike, and I
You've been
love
in the wind ever since.
what I love it. I love it.
That's
So
how I started out. I started out as a backpack. When I met Taboo, she was riding, and I had knew absolutely nothing about motorcycles. I think I had only rode on like the back of one before I met her, and I was terrified. And I was like, I don't know. But then something about riding with her, I rode all the way to Houston and back on the fender with no back seat. Talk about pain, baby. We had to stop at Bucky's and get a
girl,
neck pillow for my butt on the way back because it was my tailbone was out of there. But after that, like I got comfortable and I wanted to ride on my own, and so that's what made me start riding. And I was like, okay. And then I took the class, and I was like, I can do this. I can do this, and been in the wind since.
yeah, and I love it. My grandfather was a part of a motorcycle club, and he would take me on the back quite often when I was a little girl. So,
Mm.
like, it has always been in me to do, but I guess here lately, I'm just being able to really do it.
Which brings me to my next question: how did you come up with heels on twos? Because I
Woo!
mean, that's a whole movement right there.
it is. It is. I didn't. So originally, I'm always looking for a way to come up with something different. You know what I'm saying? So originally, I was gonna start a business with hair, selling hair, like human hair,
Hmm.
and when I tell you, I have tried a whole lot of businesses, like from selling like noni juice to waist trainers to like anybody know me, I'm always doing something, right? But then I'm
Right.
bored and I'll be like, nah, I don't like uh, I don't want to do the pyramid thing. Well, I wanted to start a business selling hair. And so I needed to come up with a name that was kind of trendy, you know what I'm saying? So I came up with a business called Pretty on Purpose. I was like, I like that. And it'll
Yeah, that's a good
be
one.
pretty on purpose. And so it was about the hair, it would be pretty. And I called myself doing my research, my due diligence to make sure it wasn't nothing out there. I saw, you know, like some t-shirts that had like a slogan, but it wasn't anybody's business name. So
Hmm.
I went ahead and I got that I got my LLC. Then I felt like as soon as I did that, I found a beauty shop and it was called Pretty on Purpose. And I was like,
Dang.
the different entity, I didn't like that somebody else
It
had
was
it.
close, yeah.
And so, and when I started the business, I was going in business with my cousin and aunt for this hair. I was doing all the work. They was just going to ride the coattail. And I was like, I just wasn't really motivated by it. So, whenever I go riding with my husband and his boys, they would always talk about jumping on twos. You going on twos or you getting in the cage? This is lingo that I'm just learning, you know what I mean? Getting into this culture. So I'm like, oh, on twos um, and then I thought about females riding a bike, you know what I'm saying? Being able to ride on twos. I'm hearing this lingo between my husband and his boys, but I'm like, what about the girls? You know what I'm saying? How they representing? And
Mm.
I just kind of came up with the heels on twos. And when I did, my daughter, she's an artist, but I could never get her to draw for me. Uh, but I kind of gave her what I wanted it to look like, like, can you make a word out of this? And she actually came up with my logo, and it was heels on twos from there.
Oh yeah.
On threes kind of just was a blessing with the whole heels on threes. Oh, that's hot. Like, it all came together. Like,
Hmm.
it was just, it worked out that way.
Okay.
It worked out
That's
that way.
dope. That's dope.
Thank you.
So, my next question for you, what is um what is a trial that you feel like you've had to endure as a woman?
A trial that I had, you know what the biggest trial is? And this is just keeping it 100, is dealing with other women. That's
Really?
one of my biggest trials. Because for me, I'm the type of person, I like to encourage people. I like to uplift people. I like to support, people. And I'm not a jealous hearted woman.
Hmm.
I get excited about other people's success. And being in the positions that I have been in, I don't always reciprocate that, back.
Hmm.
And I don't do what I do to reciprocate, but it makes me sad in some situations that, that women have to be the way that they are sometimes.
Yeah.
So if I had to say um a trial, it would be that, but it's also a challenge for me because that is one of the things that I try to change with the hot movement. I didn't expect, again, I my original goal was to sell female motorcycle clothes, but it has turned into something much bigger.
Hmm.
I still have to deal with a lot of women in this business, and
Yeah.
certainly be a challenge. But for those that have the same mission and they think the same way that I think, and they kind of want some of the same things that I want, it's a perfect camaraderie, you know what I'm saying, where we are all on the same page, and that's what makes this a movement. Tell my girl we rolling right now. Get back. No, just
Yeah, we live. We live. What's happening?
How you doing?
hey love, how you doing?
I'm well. I can't complain.
The laptop wasn't working out for me, so we on the phone today.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, see you later. Well, I mean, I'm trying to browse.
Oh, okay. She's on babysitting duty since I'm on the interview with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she's like, look, I know she's probably not losing her mind. Them children is driving her crazy. She'll be okay. She'll be okay. So my next question is, what advice do you have for other women that may be struggling right now?
That's a broad question. So struggling it where? Like,
I mean, maybe in finding themselves, like, you know how you were just saying how you've done different things, you try, when you get bored you try something new. So if somebody is trying to really find, I guess, what makes them happy or their niche in life, I guess, what advice would you have for them to start that journey, I guess?
That's a great question. My advice would be to go with something that you love, right? So go with what you love. We all have that somewhere deep inside of us, right? That we do all the time and we don't even notice that we're doing it. But
Mm-hmm.
it comes natural. It doesn't feel awkward, right? And we do it and we enjoy doing this. So for example, I have a sister-in-law, right? And her house is the house everybody goes over. You know what I'm saying? You can come over there anytime. You can spend the night. You got kicked out of your place. She'll let you stay for a little while. You know, she loves to cook. She gonna make sure you're okay. If you sick, she gonna run out and get medicine. You know, that's just her. Everybody knows that they can go to her house and get that love and tender care.
Mm-hmm.
Come over here and lay up. You know, no, don't pop your ass up. I'll come for a hotel, but you can't get comfortable over here. I'm just saying, that's me. That, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm bothered. I like my own little space. If you come to visit, 3 days is the max because you're from
Yeah,
my
then you got
side.
to go.
But she's different in that way. You know, she is, like I said, a nurturer. That comes natural for her. And so, and you'll have someone like herself, and I was just using this as an example, that she say, I just don't know what I want to do. You know what and then she comes up, well, I was thinking about getting, opening a home care service where I go and help people.
Hmm.
Perfect. You
Yeah.
thrive at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you truly, it doesn't feel like work when you're doing it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And you're okay with doing it. You can be the most successful if you do what you love. So my advice is to take that step in the direction to do exactly what you love to do. Who we looking?
Right. She done came back. I need it too. That's why I have it. Get married, they say. I'm glad we're almost done because I'm sure she'll be back
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah,
Which brings me to my last and final question that I had for you. Do you feel like that in this present moment you are living as your most authentic self?
absolutely. I don't know how to be nobody but myself. Sometimes I'm so much and too much of myself that I have to scale it back a little. Can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
Also, it picked right back up from where we left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's all. I love it.
All I had to do was leave and come back in. I think it was because somebody on Facebook went live and, like, I guess the notification kind of canceled out my sound or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. But
Technology. It's a little too high tech for me.
you were asking about,
Do you feel like in this present moment that you are your most authentic self?
and I said absolutely yes. I was saying that sometimes I'm too authentic. That I get
Is that even a
myself
real
in
thing? Can you be
trouble.
too authentic?
I think that's such a great question because I think if you go around in life being somebody that you're not, that's first off, that's a tough life. You know what I mean? But being also a business woman, um, I think that being authentic sells. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
example, Cardi B. You know what I mean? teeth messed up. She talked
Yeah.
ratchet, but she don't give a damn. She being her. And people had to choose whether they was going to accept her or not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I go around and tell all of my business, like what? No, that's different. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times I don't let the world into my personal
Mm-hmm.
life to a certain extent. There's boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my personality, what I give you, it's all going to be true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all going to be real. It's all going to be authentic as it relates to that. But as I was saying, I think it's very important as a business person to be just that. People like real. They could see through fake. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not, I mean, you could just see it, especially for me. Like I got a I have great discernment. You know what I mean? So I just pick up
Yeah.
on people shit is what I really want to say. If I can get real authentic,
You sure can. Sure can.
like I cuss, you know what I'm saying? I cuss, I drink, you know what I'm saying? I will smoke every now and again, but that's just who I am. But at the same time, God knows my heart. I love
Right.
the Lord. I pray. You know what I'm saying? I have issues and problems like everybody else, but everything you get from me that I'm willing to give to you is the real KC, Sunshine, Kiana.
All of them.
That's who I am. You know what I mean? So
That's
absolutely.
what's up. That's what's up. I remember the first time I met you. Actually, I was backpacking with Taboo and you rode past us. So we were going to the Harley in Dallas. And
Oh,
I didn't remember at the time. I think we ended up becoming Facebook friends kind of shortly after that. And then something happened, and I was like, "Babe, who is this person?" And she's like, "Remember she rode past us with the cool helmet?" And I was like, "Oh
girl,
yeah."
I'm gonna
So
take you a step even further. You don't remember when we went out? You was with us, and we was going to take pictures. We went out to eat, and old girl dropped her bike, and
that
mine
was the
fell.
day. Yeah, that was the day I'm talking about. Yeah, I was like,
Taboo went and
and
picked
so
up each
after that
other.
happened, and like you came across on my Facebook, and I was like, "Babe, who is this?" Because I couldn't remember your name, and she was like, "You remember we met her that day?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember, I remember." So
Yeah,
yeah, so I guess that concludes all the questions that I had for you. I really appreciate you being a part of this project. So
absolutely.
thank you very
I love
much.
what you're doing. Listen, wherever I can support and help, you know what I mean? I am here. I'm all about that. It can't be just about me and Hot. It got to be about the rest of my sisters too. And that's what I'm trying to spread and make contagious around here. Like, let's help and look out for each other as much as we can in areas that we can. Now, I won't be everything, you know what I'm saying, that you'll be able to support and help out with, but where you can help,
Yeah.
just do what you can. Let me ask this though, for you real quick. Are you going to be a part of the Texas all female ride here? Okay.
Yes,
No, movie
the one
right
in
on
September.
my channel too. No, I'm just kidding.
The one in September, right?
No, 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 no. This
Oh, the
is
one for International Female Ride
yeah,
Day.
yeah, yeah.
I actually don't think that I will be in town. You're talking about the one that Purple Rain's doing, right?
Yes.
I won't be in town, but I believe wholeheartedly this is going to be a super dope experience.
Yeah.
I do know that the proceeds and stuff that she's doing from this event are for a scholarship for people on the motorcycle set that have children that are graduating high school. So
Yeah.
I think that's really awesome that she's doing that. So I'll be here in spirit, but I think I'm going to be out of town.
Got it. Black Wall Street.
I was supposed to be there. I actually just learned today that I probably won't be there because my mother-in-law has surgery pretty close to that, and so me and Taboo will be taking turns watching her during the day when her sister is working. So that actually
Uh,
just came off of our schedule today. So I was told, but we
oh,
were supposed to be there. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to swing it. We'll just kind of see how she's doing after her surgery. So
okay.
who knows? Are
Sounds
Are you gonna be at Black Wall Street? You're gonna be selling your hot gear?
Girl, listen. Hot got a whole ride going to Wall Street. What you
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I saw
am
that.
I going? I'm going. I'm gonna be a vendor, everything. So you can do all in one.
Yes. See, now I'm saying that I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
Uh,
All in one. Go
hopefully we
what
can swing it though, because I think it's gonna be a dope event too.
yeah, what about Tampa?
Nah, I ain't going to Tampa. I want to, but I don't think I'll be going to Tampa.
Roundup?
We'll be there. Actually, we are doing a fashion show for Roundup, and if you would like to have hot included in that fashion show, I can get Taboo to reach out to you to tell you all the details and stuff, so that way your designs and stuff can be a part of the fashion show.
Roundup was gonna be the only ride that I was just gonna ride and damn enjoy.
Well, I ain't saying you. I mean, you don't have to have a booth. You don't have to vend or anything. It's literally just like a segment that they're doing. I believe it's Saturday during the women's empowerment brunch thing. So
Uh-huh.
literally, if you have some ambassadors that are going to be there, just have them bring some of their gear, or you could just bring a few items you want people to wear in the show. Because I mean, we could help you get models, or you could just have your ambassadors come and be models. But you don't have to have like a whole tent set up kind of thing, because
Got
they can go to your website in order if that's the case.
facts. That always works. Well, listen, I appreciate you. Um, and the time that you have taken to ask me all of these lovely questions. I'm hungry. I'm about to go get me some chicken. Yes, I
You
eat
hear
chicken
me?
off
Because
this
I'm hungry too.
lemon pepper, extra lemon pepper, all flats. That's
Man, I think I'm about to go eat some pasta and think about how it should be chicken, but it's gonna be pasta. So